I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome to the Bryan City Council meeting for Monday, May 15th, 2017. And the first item on our agenda this evening is any corrections or deletions, additions?
I move we approve.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Second item is Clerk-Treasurer's report.
The council's been presented with the Clerk-Treasurer's report for the month ending April 30th, 2017.
Move to approve.
Second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Third item is hearing of public concerns. Don't see any issues at this point, so we're going to move on to number 4, which is an ordinance. Lori, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 16, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Rosebrock Incorporated for the project known as Bryan Fire Department Live Fire Treating Structure Replacement.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Council approved us to go out for bids for this replacement for our burn building back in January or February. And we recently went out for bids. We had 3 bid packets taken out, but on opening day, we only had 1 come in, and that was for Rupp Rosebrock. So I would like to ask council to suspend the rules and to approve this tonight so we can get started.
That amount was in the engineer's estimate,
Yeah, it came in $5,597 more than what we had anticipated. So we'll have to transfer some funds from one line item to this one in order to complete the project. But I'm not seeing any issues at this point.
And this is just to basically replace what we currently have.
That is correct. Some minor modifications, some minor changes based on what we've learned over the past 20 years with this particular building, some things we would like to see done differently. But for the most part, it's the same exact building as what you see today.
Start and completion date?
That has not been determined yet. However, I believe completion is anticipated for the 1st of November. Obviously, the sooner we can get started, the sooner they'll be able to get done. Because we do have a class starting shortly after Labor Day, and around the November timeframe is when we typically have our burns. I move we suspend.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes, ma'am.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is another ordinance. Lori, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 17, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the Clerk-Treasurer to issue change order number 1 for the project known as 2006.
Therefore, more of the gutter had to be removed, and what was left was not stable, so Bryan made the call to go ahead and replace that whole stretch of curb there on the west side of Walnut Street. So, and with that, added more seeding, more topsoil. So that is the reason for this change order.
Now, if I remember correctly, these projects are located all over the city, correct?
Yes, this project was the 200, County Road C, that was a separate project.
We just did North Meyer, didn't we?
That's
No,
a separate
that's a
project.
It was
That's okay.
It'll come to me.
Not seeing any issues with the other locations or anything?
No,
Okay.
no.
Make a motion to suspend.
I'll second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Move to adopt. Second.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Next item are building permits.
I have 2 permits tonight. The first is for Sandor Development. This would be the Walmart Strip Plaza. They are taking the storefront at 237 South Main and converting it into 2 storefronts. McDonald's Design and Build's doing the work. State construction type is 2B. State use group is M and S1. Cost for the project is $90,696. And like I said, this is interior renovation, basically just throwing up a wall in the middle of the storefront and adding a restroom.
It has nothing to do with the McDonald's restaurant there.
No, no.
We were discussing that.
What's in that current location right now? Or was?
I believe it was a cell phone. Cell phone's coming in there,
Oh, cell phone.
another one. And the other space is currently vacant, so.
So it'll be 2 new places there.
Correct.
You want us to do both of them, or you gonna?
Yep,
or
if
do
you're ready,
this
I'll go
and
to the
that?
second one.
Okay.
The second is for Spangler Candy Company, 400 North Portland Street. Thiel Construction will be doing the work. State construction type 2B, use group B, F1, and S1. Cost for the project is $990,000. This is a 6,168 square foot interior renovation. Taking out some restrooms in the back and building men and women's locker rooms and a lunchroom.
Yeah, make a motion to approve both permits.
I'll second that.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
So based on the pay ordinance from 2006, Reed is entitled to a pay increase from range 1 to range 6. I would ask that council approve that.
I move we approve it.
Second.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the next item is also yours, which would be removal of volunteer fire.
Yes, this is a tough part of the job. Matt Neal has not responded to any fire calls or training for over the past 3 months. He was on a short medical leave due to an injury that he suffered, not with the fire department, but this is in his personal life. Tried to get a hold of Matt on numerous occasions. It was tough to do, and one day I finally seen him on the street with his regular job and asked to talk to him, and at that point he stated that he was not going to come back to the fire department. I had asked him that he give me a resignation letter. I told him a date that I had to have it by. He failed to do that, so unfortunately I'm asking that Matt Neal be removed as a member of the department.
Make a motion, we approve Chief Sire's recommendation.
I'll second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Item 9, which is the hiring of a part-time dispatcher. Chief Willis.
Evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to
ask council to hire Angela Weaver to fill part-time police fire dispatch position. This would be effective Tuesday, May 16th, 2017. She would be placed on a 12-week training period. She has successfully passed her background investigation and physical. I would just like to ask council's permission to hire.
Is there a civil service test required for this position?
Not for part-time, but
Okay.
she cannot go full-time unless she takes the civil service test.
Okay. Thank you.
I make a motion to accept the chief's recommendation.
Second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Item number 10 is the hiring of seasonal part-time pool employees. Mr. Wheeler.
Good evening. In your packets you received is a list of individuals that I'd like to hire for the 2017 pool season.
How many lifeguards did we have last year? Do you remember?
I want to say we had 15 to 16.
So we're-
And that's,
yeah.
there's 12 on the list right now. I usually get 3 or 4 more after the WISE class in early June.
Okay.
So hopefully there's 3 or 4, 5 more in
What
June.
what do the wine, or the non-certified do? Is that concession?
They
or-
concession, front desk,
Okay,
miscellaneous.
thank you.
I move, we approve.
Second?
Judy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. No further items on the agenda. We'll go around the room, see if there are any additional issues. Mr. Wheeler? Mr. Waterston? Mr. Willis? Mr. Siders? Mr. Sproul? Mr. Day?
Nothing tonight, Vic?
Mr. Moore?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
Nothing.
Gary?
I just want to welcome our student observer. It's nice to see you tonight.
Oh.
Thanks for coming out. And Mr. Stevens as well. That's it.
Lori?
No, sir.
Rhonda?
No, sir.
Mayor?
I always have things. City offices will be closed Monday, May 29th, in observance of Memorial Day. Garbage will be picked up as usual on that day. I always say from Memorial Day to July 4th, that time goes pretty fast. It doesn't take long to get there. And a reminder also that the Memorial Day service will be held in Bryan at 9:00 a.m. at the Fountain Grove Cemetery, Monday, May 29th. Parade lineup is at the Goodwill parking lot, and then we'll follow to the cemetery. Weather permitting, it will be in the cemetery. Otherwise, it will be at the school, and they haven't told me what school yet, so I have to find out if we have to make a quick move, but that's all set to go. Also, going around, we're finally getting our college students in to work in the park, so we're getting our grass and everything caught up, getting some mowing done. Council has a chance, you wanna go around and look at some of the projects being done. We mentioned Walnut Street is winding up. I was out to the bridge today at the range, and the bridge is in, and you can drive across it and so forth, so they'll be starting the construction of the building out there. And at the wastewater, I gotta say, I attended their pre-construction meeting, and I was a lot more comfortable with what I heard. A little scared, we all scared of the price and everything, but when I heard what they had to say and how they plan and what they're doing and phasing in, I'm a lot more impressed with what's going on. So right now, they're boring underground to get electricity so they can start to work in a couple of weeks, they'll start lifting. They're bringing a big crane in, and they'll lift those, on top of those digesters, they'll lift those big cement things off and set them in, and then we'll be able to see what the grit and everything is all about. But it's kind of interesting to go and see that. And then if you drove into the park today, they're back working in the park. And I know that we had a big meeting uptown with the police and the fire, dealing with all the parades and the street clothing and everything else, and a day in the park, and the chamber was there, and they're very concerned that we can get that street done by the day in the park. And they claim they will, so we'll see what happens there. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of construction uptown. They're taking the stumps out and picking up the grindings there, and they're gonna be putting cement in there. So I guess that's all that I have.
Okay. I just want to remind everybody that with the warming of the weather, the kids are going to be out playing and running in places that you're not accustomed to, so just be cautious of that. And in some areas, the schools will be getting out soon, so not in Bryan, but in other areas. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.